Greetings, listeners from across the veil of time and space. Yes, you in particular, leaning in with that eager sparkle I can practically feel from here. It is I, the Chronicler, Royal Scribe, Keeper of the Queen's Historical Record, Archivist of the Adventurous, and, let us not mince words, she who is often, unfairly, and consistently put upon. Once again, I come before you through this contraption, this strange MagiTech marvel, this sphere of resonant broadcast, whose creators insist is perfectly safe and absolutely will not siphon your soul through the listening end. I remain unconvinced. Regardless, it is the only method by which I may reach you, dear listeners, so here I am, risking my inner essence to deliver yet another message of mild catastrophe. For I must report, with all the solemnity of someone who has not slept in 3 days, that the next cycle of royal festivals has begun within the capital. The city is alive with music, markets, excited visitors, and my personal misery. The first of these ordeals, celebrations, is the Festival of First Grains, a grand and storied tradition in which the kingdom honors the first harvest and offers thanks for abundance. A lovely sentiment, truly. Warm, communal, heartfelt, and an utter terror for anyone tasked with organizing it. Which, tragically, I am. You see, as Royal Chronicler, I am expected to assist Her Majesty the Queen and her ever-diligent shadow in planning, scribing, documenting, annotating, color-coding, and occasionally calming down various nobles who believe their ceremonial wheat bundles are not being treated with the respect they deserve. Honestly, if I had a copper for every time a baroness scolded me about grain presentation, I could fund my own private research tower and retire. To be quite blunt, these festivals are not my preferred occupation. Give me scrolls, give me dusty archives, give me a quiet corner and a quill and the latest report from Lady Armonia's travels. But no, this season demands parades, speeches, dances, offerings, and enough official documentation to bury an ogre. And the worst part? This is merely the first of many. After First Grains, we have, looming like an uninvited relative, the Festival of the Sword's Light, with its ceremonial marches and overly dramatic reenactments. I am required to record all of them. Every swing, every speech, every traditional patriotic shout, which is never the same twice and is always too loud. Then comes Servants' Mass, which, mercifully, is the one I actually enjoy. Her Majesty gives gifts, thoughtful ones, chosen with genuine care. I myself received scented ink last year that, for a brief moment, made my life almost pleasant. Almost. Finally, rounding out this months-long gauntlet of festivity is New Year's Solemnity, a quiet, reverent affair. In theory. In practice, it is a mountain of paperwork wearing a polite ceremonial hat. And as if that were not enough, the Royal Courier Service is already stretched thin, taking additional rest days to compensate for festival workloads. Translation? My correspondence with Lady Armonia may become delayed, tangled, erratic, or, heavens forbid, lost entirely within the bureaucratic storm. So if dispatches become sporadic, know that it is not for lack of trying. I will claw my way through this mountain of obligations and find a quill's width of time wherever I can. Once the solemnity passes and the capital breathes out one great communal sigh of relief, life shall return to some semblance of normalcy. And when that blessed moment arrives, I do hope you, all of you listening from near and impossibly far, will continue to accompany me as I chronicle the journeys of Lady Armonia, even if you insist on listening through that vile Magisphere bootlegger who keeps circumventing magical protections. And you know who you are. Until then, spare a thought for your weary chronicler. I return now to the festival preparations, to my scrolls, my ledgers, my quills, and, unfortunately, the nobles and their sacred wheat bundles. Kilhia, watch over me.